In Half-Life 1, on the map C1A2C in the chapter Office Complex, right before the freezer, you can find a few drink machines. One of them is a Valve-branded machine. In a slightly similar manner, the bar tap at the Northern Star's bar in A3 Hotel lobby basement has a drink called the Dekogon Bräu Light Pilsner. Dekogon being the name of a studio that makes various 3D assets. Throughout Half-Life 2, you can find a newspaper titled The Terminal. It's folded up like this. Although very difficult to spot every detail, some things can be seen, including a picture of Dr. Breen, this advertisement for Car 4A, what looks like an image of a city street, and some tables and charts. This newspaper was completely recreated for Half-Life Alyx, including every detail previously mentioned, plus with the ability to read the articles themselves. Both versions of the paper are also in Half-Life Alyx. Similarly, at Black Mesa East in Half-Life 2, you can see this newspaper titled The Times, which depicts the Combine attacking New York in the 7-Hour War and an unknown image in the bottom left. Like with the Terminal, this was completely remade for Half-Life Alyx, with the unknown image being replaced with Dr. Breen. The articles are also legible. In Half-Life 2, at Black Mesa East, you can find a little cart between the bookshelf and the portal machine. On the second level of this cart, there is a drawing. It says Rotato and shows a potato rotating in place. Throughout Half-Life Alyx, you can find a variety of electrical equipment. One particular set of equipment, Circuit Button 1, seen here in Russell's hideout, has a very small bit of text that says, "This text is very small. I hope no one can read it." In a similar vein, on Circuit Box 3, seen here in the subway station near the Northern Star, it has a bit of small text that says, "Ipsum Sorum" and all that jazz, a reference to the placeholder text frequently used called Lorem Ipsum. This texture is partly reused on Circuit Connector 1, sitting right beside the circuit box in the same map. In Half-Life 2 Raising the Bar, there's some concept art for the HECU soldiers by Chuck Jones. While their coloration largely came to fruition in the retail title, the grunts were originally meant to wield either the German-made G11 or Colt carbine. As well, they were to have a leg-sheathed Bowie knife, and one of the concepts shows an unmasked variant wearing a helmet and smoking a cigarette. In retail Half-Life 1, they would end up instead using an MP5, the Bowie knife was moved to the chest, and the only unmasked variant wears a beret and isn't smoking. The concept art also depicts the grunts wearing a set of camouflaged body armor, while their final model wears the dark-colored powered combat vest. In the Halo Infinite map, Illusion, at either end of the map in each spawn, there are windows you can look through into testing and research areas. Through one of these windows, you can see the Overshield cube. A cube that appears to be a mix of its Halo CE and Halo 2 designs. Through the other window on Illusion is the active camouflage pyramid, seen unaltered from its Halo CE and Halo 2 designs. In the yellow thatch hut on the CS2 version of Shoots, you can find on one of the tables this magazine called Guns and Archaeology. The cover contains a couple of jokes and hints at what's inside, including a discussion on choosing what type of grenades to use for any given moment. It also features a section asking a pro about aiming down sights. And it also mentions the P503 vintage shovel, presumably the shovel on the cover, which can also be found on both Shoots and Ancient. Finally, in a punny way, it says on the spine, "How good are archaeologists at dating?" In the pre-sequel comic Portal 2 Lab Rat, on page 14, there is a wide shot of Doug Ratman working in a lab. In the background are a couple of Half-Life Easter eggs. The gravity gun from Half-Life 2 is on the table with the portal gun. As well, the first aid and HEV charging stations from Half-Life 1 can be seen mounted on the wall. The first aid station and the gravity gun can be seen again in panels below that one too. On No Mercy, in the chapter The Subway, right beside the final safe room, there's a fast food restaurant. In the next chapter, The Sewer, you will have to go through it to continue on to a large industrial building. This restaurant is called Burger Tank, as seen on the spinning sign outside in both chapters. Burger Tank reappears in Left 4 Dead 2's campaign, Hard Rain, being the spawn point in the first chapter, Milltown, and the end point in the finale. Coach can sometimes have lines related to the Burger Tank.
I sure wish the Burger Tank was open.
The activation of the spinning sign is how the finale begins.